Começa daqui a 1 minuto. I hope you had a nice coffee break. We now have the second part of the morning sessions. And this first talk is going to be about Python zombie massive teaching. And our friend Fernando Massanori from Brazil is a professor at FATEC University in São Paulo. He's going to speak. Thank you very much, and welcome him, please. Thank you.
This talk is a response for a call of action made by Jessica McKeeler last year in PyTennessee to prepare the next generation of Python developers. I have a very dark past. I have been working in financial system all the time. But 6 years ago, I shut down my financial career and became a full-time professor. Python for Zombies is the first Portuguese MOOC, massive open online course to programming in Brazil. It's like Coursera, but we have a proprietary Django app with videos, forums to connect the people. But what are the difference from other MOOCs? There are many MOOCs, ADX, Coursera. First, this MOOC is a community initiative. The president of Python Software Foundation in Brazil told me, you need to create a MOOC. My response, perhaps in two years. And in July last year, in Campus Party conference, a big conference in Brazil with 8,000 inscriptions and 26,000 visitors, the president of Python Software Foundation in Brazil announces in 1 month there will be a MOOC created by Fernando Massanori. And I worked very hard in 1 month to prepare the lessons. The other main difference, we use Python 3. It's very convenient to access in foreign language, have more natural division. The videos are very small. The average of videos is 3 or 5 to 5 minutes. It's less academic, it's more developer-like course to attract the people. There are a lot of exercise, a compilation of coding bat, Google Python class. There is book, cracking code interview with tests to select process at Google. And this is the main part of the course is a huge list of exercises with resolutions. We have a special channel to increase diversity for younger, for older, for girls. And some coding, my videos are from 12 years old girls to promote the learning process at the other girls. We have 12,000 enrolled at this moment, and we have an independent playlist at YouTube with 4,000 more non-regular inscriptions. We have some availability problems with Amazon instance, but in half a day we resolve these problems. We have no budget to advertising, but the community spread the MOOC, and this is a Facebook fan page in Portugal, the Walking Dead series, the Walking Python. Some data. We are only 3 people, me, one undergraduate student, Django developer. The other guy is a data scientist. We have no budget, 0 budget, but the results are awesome. About 10% received the certificate. There are a lot of views, of course. And in the YouTube playlist that are independent, there are a lot of visualization too. 1,000 cities in Brazil have zombies. There are a lot of interactions and forums. 10,000 submissions of exercise. We have many professors at different universities in Brazil who are using this MOOC. And our material is a Creative Commons material. There are special former students. All these ladies learned Python with Python for Zombies, and create the first PyLadies group in Brazil. And last month, organized the first PyLadies conference in Brazil. 200 ladies, only 2 men, 10 men, 10 gentlemen. The conference is only for ladies, is a huge success because the majority of these ladies learn Python by the MOOC, Python for Zombies. The greatest university of São Paulo, have 1,000 of engineers who are using the material, Python for Zombies videos and exercise. It's awesome. Some known good data. I like Linux very much, but the reality of the zombies is Windows, and I need to record the videos in Windows operating system to spread Python despite the worst operating system. The Facebook, it's incredible, is the main method to reach to the other students, other zombies. We have a great response at the end of the first class. The zombies are very happy with the course. The video length is okay, 2, 3 or 4 minutes. Is different for Coursera, ADX. The exercises is the main difficult to receive the certificate because they need to resolve the 60% of the exercise. One exercise is Google Developer Day, modified exercise is a very difficult task to beginner, but is necessary to receive the certificate. The zombie distribution. Incredible. Northwest in Brazil is a lot of poor countries, poor cities, and the majority of the students are in Northwest. It's a very good because there are some bias against MOOCs. There are some professors told me the MOOCs are elitist, but the reality of this MOOC is the poorest country, poorest cities are using the MOOC. I will go to EuroPython. I was in PyCon US to exchange some ideas. I will recording the Spanish version of the MOOC. The MOOC basis is on my own classes at FATEC, is a public university in Brazil. In 26 years ago, is all about retained students. We are improving the percentage. Data structure is worst. It's best agora. And we are the first in ICPC regional phase program marathon. Cars 3 years ago are improving today. The TV is improving. The program class is the same. Because sometimes we teach the same way of 30 years ago. In FATEC, all classes are in practical labs. The exercises are with tests included. There are weekly coding dojo. There are Big Brother is a tutoring system. All the classes are in labs, no chalkboards classes, tests, exercises. It's an optional weekly coding dojo. The tutoring system, the best students help the students with difficulties. I use a Raspberry Pi in my classes. I have some kids that are students too. This is the new T-shirt. And some code of my is the guess number. What's your guess?
13.
No. 42. Because I hacked the random Python is a free software, and we hacked the students like very much to do this kind of things. One little girl modified this code to guess the name of a list of names. It's not my code. It's a 12 years old code. Oh, it's a crazy. PyCon 5. Chinese. Because I use Python 3 and PyCon 5. It's awesome. This is another code with the other 12 years old girl. And in my lessons, it's incredible. These have a huge impact in the other students. What's the result? 42. Print A, 42. Print B, 42. Yes! This is a nice code. It's a nice way to teach object-oriented programming.
Wow.
Okay. Actually, 42 is stronger than the apocalypse beast. Factorial of 666, 42. Fibonacci of 6, also 42. It's an awesome way to teach metaprogramming in Python. The students like this very much. I will access the Facebook API. In my profile, don't have the ultimate answer, but if you take this key, the missing return 42. My last. Oh, it's a hackathon test of Facebook. We need to generate the binaries and sort it in order of the numbers of ones. My students made the one-line code to resolve the hackathon of Facebook. Quicksort with this comprehension is awesome. They're very clear to teach the idea of algorithm of quicksort. some clock. It's a Luciano Ramalho clock. And the last thing is a hacking of Facebook photos of my friends without authorization. We borrow, oops. The access token. And now, with no out, we are downloading my friends' photos. Is for me very useful because I'm a teacher and I need to know my student's name. And I made an Android wallpaper. With the photos of my students, and tuk-tuk, I know the name of each one. That's all.
Thank you very much for the talk and all the work you've been doing. And any one of you guys have questions?
What are you doing with the Raspberry Pi in the course? What are you using it for?
Oh, the Raspberry Pi is a replacement of my notebook because they are Linux-based. They have Python 3 and Pygame, all the things necessary to my lessons. Is awesome.
Can you give us an idea how the adoption of Python in the different school with splits for different type of school in Brazil, maybe compared to other languages?
The Brazil mainly use Java, but there are some great universities is beginning to use Python. And the problem if to professor to prepare all materials to teach. And Python for zombies is a Creative Commons license to help these teachers to use new materials to begin use Python in your class.
Java programmers grow in trees in Brazil.
Hello. I have two questions. One is which Java Python version do you teach? I mean, is 2 or 3? And the other one, do you teach mainly? And the other one is what kind of tooling and what kind of environment you push your students to work on. I taught a Python class this year, and in the end, I decided they had Windows machines, but I asked them to install Vagrant and VirtualBox and work on Linux. So through the shell, it looked more natural, and the tooling looked way better on Linux than on Windows. What's your experience about this?
I use Python 3 in Windows. Have idle in the Windows installation. Idle is enough for all my classes. I only use idle.
Okay. Other questions? So thank you very much, and that's all.
This slide is online, bit.ly/python-for-zombies. Thank you very much.